Outlaw, macho, driving.
NXT doesn't script promos or anything. They have bullet points. Um, and this actually kind of goes full circle with it is Dusty Rhodes let Wyndham Rotunda basically grasp on to Bray Wyatt, and he evolved that character and did everything he could with that character, and he kept bouncing back because he was Teflon with that character.
Yeah.
Every loss he came back and was a little bit more vicious each time. The thing is, in AEW, if he goes to AEW, we have never seen Wyndham Rotunda without the WWE machine backing him. So
That's
we don't know what we're
exactly
gonna
it.
get.
Yeah. I was thinking that the
You know,
other day, and I was like, yeah, they would not. And while he's a very creative gentleman, like again, you need someone to just hold back. Which, by all indications, it's like the word is like Tony Khan has final word on like what makes it to the air, what does not.
yes,
That's just
yes,
that, which is the right call. It has to be
it
just
is.
the
It
one person.
completely is. Agreed.
Yeah. And and here's the thing. The other thing about Bray Wyatt is like I just groaned so loud when everyone said, "Well, he should go to AEW and just be revealed as the leader of the Dark Order." No, man, that
Oh
ship
no,
has sailed. The Dark Order
I
are are a comedy babyface team. That's it. That is done. That is not gonna change
um
now. No one's gonna change that. And it's nothing against them. Yeah, I love them in
oh
this way more than they were like supposedly the scary bunch. But this is much
I
better.
was talking about that yesterday with Dwayne Wiley and Kieran Fisher yesterday, and um, the thing is, two of us, myself and Dwayne, we both said that the best route, if he did do that, go to do anything with the Dark Order, would be that the Dark Order is trying to get him to join. And I was saying, Hangman should be like, no, let's not have him do anything. I don't trust him. Almost kind of even make him a little bit jealous at points. Then Tunda just wrecks everybody in the group, and that way you can build to Rotunda versus Adam Page
Yeah.
down the line. And he wants nothing to do with the Dark Order. He's like, I'm just going to destroy all you guys real quick. It's like I don't care about any of this. Who would say that's even going to happen? It's the same with like when people said that AOP was going to join Roman Reigns as the new Shield because they all wore the same attire, just because
I
he
remember
came
that.
from was so dumb.
It was like
And it's like just
it's
because
like, are
him
you
and
stupid with
Brody
it?
Lee, yes, it was dumb as shit. It wouldn't make any sense. Um, but it's like just because him and Brody Lee came from the Wyatt family doesn't mean that they need to continue to have a shared
Yeah,
group or anything.
and and
Um,
and honestly, make the guy who used to be Bray Wyatt the cult leader on our show. If you
yeah.
did, oh yeah, if people didn't think you were WWE light then,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing
Nope.
now? It's like,
I've even seen people say that um, both rotundas, along with Eric Redbeard and Braun
and Strowman,
Strowman's
yeah,
name is,
should show up.
yeah, and they should take over the Dark Order. It's like that wouldn't
Yeah,
work. It's like the dark.
like there's
It's like
there's like
you,
five people who will take over the others like 20 people in the Dark Order or 10.
yeah. And the thing is, I don't know. Like we really haven't discussed it too much, but for about a year, you and I didn't really care too much for the Dark Order because it wasn't how
No.
they originally perceived it. But post Brody Lee, I've grown to enjoy them as a ragtag group
Uh,
of misfits. They're the bad news bearers. They
yeah,
are they're the loser underdogs. And like, this past week's AEW,
it was a
this goes back to
it was a
they
perfect
just go back to
showcase
like
for them. Yeah,
what, because it shows like um shows how fickle AEW fans are. And I'll mention that here in a sec with Brock Lesnar. But they AEW fans say that they want sports centric stuff and not comedy. Opening match was a tale of two cities because the Dark Order was usually comedic, they got serious for the night, and they had an epic entrance with Adam
They
Page,
did with
and
the
that entrance
cowboy.
was sweet.
Yeah, with the
And they
that cowboy shadow behind each one of them was
yeah
genius. Honestly,
was,
I know
and
I
they
hate I hate AW's production value. I still do, but that part
that
was
was
good.
awesome though.
And they just screwed it by just not giving their entrance that much more time, like 30 more
They
seconds.
did,
That's
yeah.
all you needed.
Mhm.
But they just, it's like, Paige and the Dark Order get to the ring, pose, and immediately, like, give the people time to take that in for a while. Like, let
Yes.
that image soak in. But no, immediately go to the executive
Yes.
directors, executive
When
producers.
they
Sorry,
did that,
but that's what.
when they did that, the Elite came out as instead of being serious for this, what should have been a serious, you know, faction on faction feud that had title implications. The Elite came out as jokes, and it's like the fans ate it up, and it's like that's not what AEW promised. It's
I
not
mean,
what AEW was supposed to be about.
and once again, like this, I can't remember, but remember when WWE did the whole NBA tag team match at
Yes,
the end of the show?
yes,
I do not
yes.
remember, but I would imagine that got a considerable amount of hate for what it was.
It did, yes.
And here you
Um,
are,
I
these bad guys.
it
Like if
wasn't
you're
on
here,
like social media, but it's
yeah,
huge on
message boards
like
and stuff.
pro wrestling porch and stuff. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
and like here we are, and like if this team is gonna rip off Space Jam, at least rip off the bad guys because that's what you are. It's
yeah.
like, and I understand, honestly, I understand completely what they're doing. They're using being goofs as a heel tactic,
Yes.
which would have been good, but if you're doing it every week, it's just now you're just goofs. You're not like bad guy
And
goofs. You're just goofs.
also, this goes back to we were saying with the Bullet Club earlier, is over time in that 2016 to 2018 time frame, Kenny Omega went from taking Bullet Club to being red hot anti-heroes and stuff like that, and they were villains, but they still got pops in the States, and making them comedy acts where they had to turn them babyface and make Tongas kick them out. And they brought in Jay White to bring Bullet Club back to its glory days of Styles by being like, we're going to be vicious heels again.
Yeah.
And you see the Elite, and you're just like, wow, these guys fully embrace that. Because when Omega first turned heel, I was like, all right, he's going to be kind of like 2016 Omega, where he's going to be like, he's going to be obnoxious, but he's not going to be comedic. He's just going to be a
It's
bit
like,
obnoxious.
honestly, I still think as
1998
far as character goes, the Kenny Omega that turned on AJ Styles is still that time period. Even like right before that, that was the best Kenny Omega as far as character.
Agreed.
As far as because he was mysterious, he was not like he didn't. Well, I mean, he did goof around and the DDT and whatnot, but that Kenny Omega in the Bullet Club just had an era of danger about him.
Did, yes. Especially like the way he walked, the way he had his sunglasses on.
Yeah. Once he won the G1,
yeah,
he became too big a character, and they decided to expose him. How can I say? He got humanized. That's what I'm.
He did.
And once he got humanized, a lot for as far as character work, a lot of that mystique about him just evaporated.
Did.
Now again, he was still entertaining as Kenny Omega being himself, but he's just not the same guy who was like, this guy should be the leader of the most dangerous faction in all for wrestling.
Exactly.
Thank you for joining us on the Outlaw Macho Drive-In. If you liked that video, please click like and subscribe to our channel for more content from the Drive-In. For full episodes of our podcast, you may look us up on Anchor, Spotify, or wherever your favorite podcasts are available. Just search for Outlaw Macho Drive-In. And if it's not too much trouble, would you help us out here? Spread the word, share. We would really appreciate it. Thank you. We love you. Bye.